Hey, I'm Deidre, and planning has honestly become one of my little passions. I love organizing things in general, but especially planning trips and events. Whether it's building an itinerary, mapping out travel days, or coordinating the details for something like a birthday or group hangout, I genuinely enjoy the whole process. It never feels like work to me. It's actually something that makes me excited. People sometimes ask if I've always been like this, and honestly, the only people who can truly answer that are my parents. They've known me my whole life, all my habits, routines, and the early signs that I'd grow up to be someone who plans vacations and events just for fun. So to start this video, I wanted to go back a little. I'm abroad right now, so we couldn't sit together in person, but we made it work over a video call. I reached out to my parents, the two people who've seen every version of me, to hear their perspective on how this all started. What is your earliest memory of me being a planner or organizing something?
When I came home from work, when you were probably maybe 5 or 6, and you had a tattoo parlor set up in the living room with a poster and a big pointer so we could schedule appointments for you to give out tattoos.
Okay.
And I'll add to that, and I don't know what age you would have been, but you always had to have all your little toys and collections in specific little bins.
Okay. So, second question. Was I the kind of kid who wanted everything to go according to plan?
Yes. That about wraps it up.
Okay. Looking back, do you think my childhood planning was just a habit or part of how I understood the world?
I'd say it started out as a habit. And then as you grew and stuff, it's just how you embrace the world that way.
What advice would you give to my younger self about balancing planning with enjoying the moment?
It's a lesson I tried to learn for myself every day.
Don't stress about being totally in line with your, say, planning. Step back and enjoy the moment.
How would you compare my childhood self and my current self in regards to planning?
Yeah, I mean, back when you were in high school, you took it upon yourself to do the research and get to an organization to go to Temple University to that pre-graduate program for event planning. I think you've always just had the need to plan in some capacity.
So now that you've heard what I was like growing up, I want to show how that same planning energy shows up in my life today, especially as a college student who plans around time, energy, and honestly, budget. And the best way to show that is through a real example, the trip I just took to Hualien, Taiwan. Before the trip, I made a full itinerary, not to control every minute, but to make the most of my time and my money. As a college student, cost always matters, so I chose places that were free or low cost, temples, cultural parks, coastal areas, markets, without sacrificing the experience. Then I was able to build my days around themes. Day 1 was my travel to Hualien, and also visiting the Dongdaemen night market. Day 2 was my historical and cultural day, where I visited many temples and cultural parks. Day 3 was my long adventure day, visiting different cafes, such as the Container Starbucks, and also visiting the seaside in Hualien. Day 4 was a relaxing reset day, where I took my time to relax and allowed time in my schedule to have a reset before coming back to Seoul. It gave the trip a rhythm and helped me stay grounded without feeling limited. A lot of my planning really paid off. The theme days made everything smoother and more meaningful. Visiting temples in one area, walking through cultural sites in another, it helped me understand Hualien instead of rushing through it. And sticking to low-cost places meant I could stretch my budget without feeling like I missed out. But the best part was that my plan actually gave me space to enjoy things I didn't plan. While walking on my first day, I found a dance group competition happening in the middle of the night market where I stopped and watched for a while. It ended up being one of my favorite moments. On another day, I came across a random outdoor basketball game. People cheering, music playing, the energy of the community, it felt so real. Those moments weren't in the itinerary, but because I had a structure, I was already out exploring and free to pause whenever something unexpected showed up. The challenges had less to do with money or planning and more to do with energy. On my long adventure day, I walked almost 2 hours to get to the Container Starbucks. I planned it on purpose. It was free, it was scenic, and I wanted to experience the city on foot, but it definitely pushed me mentally. Timing also shifted sometimes, depending on weather or crowds. But even then, the unplanned moments, like the dance competition and the basketball game, reminded me that flexibility is part of the experience. None of it ruined the plan. It all added to it. After the trip, I compared my itinerary to one created by an AI travel planner. AI focused on convenience, fewer stops, more transportation, and a mix of paid attractions. But my plan focused on value and experience. I picked places that fit my budget, fit my interests, and gave me a deeper look at the city. AI created a trip, but only I can create one that fits me, my personality, my priorities, and my life as a college student. Everything I've learned from planning from when I was younger all the way to this trip also shapes how I think about my future. Planning gives me stability. It helps me move toward what I want, even when the future feels uncertain. And I wanted to hear from people who see that in me too. So I asked 2 people to see how they see my planning connected to my future and career.
Hi, I'm Raya. I am an exchange student here in Seoul, and I met Deidre a few months ago at an event for a TV show finale, because Deidre is very committed to her interests, and she loves to pull other people into those interests.
How do you think planning will affect my future?
I think that no matter what your future throws at you, you're going to be able to find a way to plan around it. I just invited you today to this art club event, and you immediately were like, okay, cool, what do I need to bring? Where is it gonna be? What time do I need to be there? And she arrived on time, and she had everything she needed. So I think that even in like spontaneous, like unplanned situations, she still uses the planning skills, and I think that will really serve her in terms of whatever life throws at her.
How do you think planning will affect me in my future?
Good question. So, I've known you for about, 3-4 months now. I don't know how you've been planning a lot of things, but I do know that you recently went to this, Thailand, Japan, whatever trip. And I thought it was wow, to me it looks like it was poorly planned because it was right at school. But now that I think about it, you were still attending classes, you had everything, you came whenever you came back. Yeah, everything did seem pretty planned.
Considering my planning skills, what career do you see me being in?
Weirdly, I see you as a military captain of some kind, but also as an event planner. I think you could do weekends planning weddings, and then during the week do military hardcore, enforcing drills, staying on schedule. I think you have both sides in you.
How do you think planning is going to affect a future career of mine?
Good question. Let's see. I was thinking maybe that planning definitely would be a great thing to have, especially for future careers. Maybe I've heard that you would like to go to something with planning for events, but honestly, I think the better job would be veterinary. I feel that would be a pretty sweet job, all the puppies and kitties. So cute.
In the end, this whole project reminded me why planning is such a big part of who I am. From mapping out my Taiwan trip to preparing the interviews, and even thinking ahead about my future, planning is the thing that keeps everything connected. Hearing what others had to say about me and how I plan made me see it more clearly. It's not just a habit, it's really a passion. And moving forward, I know planning is the thing that's going to keep pushing me, shaping me, and helping me create the future that I want.